What's up, y'all? Hey.
What up?
So, we are back again, and I'm gonna look at the camera now, but then the rest of the time, I'm just gonna look at my husband because our camera crew.
You go look at me.
I said I'm gonna look at the camera first. My camera crew said that our podcast is boring, and it's because
We not boring.
she feel like we teaching instead of. Oh, I'm sorry, not she. She will remain unnamed. Our camera crew.
Her.
Yeah. Feels
She
like
identifies her.
we
He.
talking to y'all and trying to teach y'all, which I am. I'm a teacher. I can't help it. But she wants us to try just conversing with each other. So we are back again, same outfit, same day, same time. Because we try and knock out multiple videos at once. That's just information you didn't need to know, but I wanted to share anyway. And we gonna have a conversation.
Do we know how to talk to each other?
Huh?
Do we know how to talk to each other?
What you mean?
I guess we do pillow talk quite a bit, huh?
What do you mean? Do we know how to talk to? Like what kind? I don't get
Like,
the
do
question.
we just sit down and just talk to each other quite often?
Okay. See, this is why I told her we needed a plan. Because what is he talking about? What is
Pillow
he
talk.
talking- Like,
Pillow
oh my
talk.
God, y'all. So we're trying this.
Don't get mad at me when I don't say
If I
something
look
you don't
at
like.
this video and then we have 2,000 views, then at that point I will tell her that she's right. If not, I don't know. I can't promise I'm gonna commit to
I
this
got something to
style.
say this
Because
video.
although we have something to say, I like to know what he gonna say because, yeah. But here's the topic. We've been talking about pivots quite a bit, but we're not gonna keep talking about that because we had a situation, and this is just to give them context. So I'm talking to y'all, but I'm not looking at y'all. She
Don't
said,
look at them.
him.
Look at me.
We went into a
You're
restaurant.
not looking at me.
We went into a restaurant, and in this restaurant, we were going to get some food cut, some meat cut. And
Can I say what kind of food it was?
no, because we don't want to release anything. Okay. But I was getting, okay, it was barbecue. We can
It
say
was barbecue.
that. We were getting some
It
barbecue.
wasn't great, but it wasn't bad
It
either.
doesn't matter. It
Does
was
that tell
barbecue.
too much?
Yes.
Okay. I won't
And
say
the
nothing.
person that was cutting the meat was just not the nicest person in the world to me. And I did respond well, although the lack of soft skill is a challenge for me, meaning that just lack of pleasantries and things like that, because everybody knows that that's the world that I come from. I come from teaching things like that, like say hello, how are you doing? Give me 1 second, ma'am, I'll be with you in a moment. Sure, I can get you that. What else would you like? Like
She did respect. She
Oh, is that
Was it
what you
good?
were pausing and thinking about? Whether or
yeah,
not
like
I
I'm trying to remember exactly what
Wow.
you said.
That's
I
shady.
guess it wasn't bad.
That's shady.
It wasn't your.
Anyways,
You've done worse.
I did.
You've done worse.
okay, yes. In my unregenerated state, I would have done a whole lot worse. In my regenerated state, I've done better, but still, it's not always the best because that is a big pet peeve of mine. It's a challenge. And so, anyways, fast forward. The point of this is Lamar and I got to talking, or we got to talking about just customer service. And yes, we are Christians, we're believers, and we're always trying to do things the right way. And my question I want to say that I asked you that day was, is it okay to go into an establishment where you're getting ready to pay your money and they be rude with you? And is it okay to address it as a believer? Or should you just choose the path of dismissing it? Because in that situation, our response was different. You were like, yeah, he rude.
My
but
response is always the same.
Your response is always the same, which is nothing.
Why you say it like that? Like it's not good.
Because for me, I struggle with that. And your response was nothing. So like somebody could, unless they are flat out spitting in your food, they could talk to you crazy and you just be like, okay.
I just ignore them.
Appreciate it.
I
Get my
ignore them
food.
because I
Yeah,
don't
but-
let people mess up my day.
Okay, so let's get into that. Because you think that just because I addressed something that it messed up my day.
Well, sometimes it can because you'll talk about it. You'll talk about it.
That don't mean it messed up my day. I'm just a talker.
It'll kind of put you in a space, though.
No, that's not true.
Okay.
I'm just talking about it. I just have to relieve it. Get it out. I'm a talker, so I gotta get it out. Okay. So the question is it okay? So let's revisit that conversation.
Okay.
What's your perspective? What is give me your perspective, and don't you dare steal the stuff that I said, because I'm gonna say my own stuff. But what is your perspective on customer service when you are being mishandled by someone that actually works there for the believer? That's what we are.
Okay, we're talking about just specifically to that situation,
Anyone,
or overall?
The way that your mind
or
works
overall
is very interesting. Any situation.
Okay.
But we do have a reference point.
In most situations, I'ma always turn to that's really not my problem. If you want to feel a certain type of way or act a certain type of way to where, whatever I'm doing to you, you may not like, I'm just going to ignore it, because I just don't allow people, I try not to allow people to affect what I think about it. You know what I mean? And I think what they got going on, I don't let it rub off on me.
So I okay, so the
it gotta be pretty far left for me to go with them.
So, do you believe in the old model? And I say old model because we really don't see it much anymore. Do you believe in the philosophy that the customer is always right? Because and let me say this. I say the old model because I really feel like it's almost like, I grew up Kojic. I feel like is the customer always right stance. It's kind of like how the Kojic church is or was about women wearing skirts. It's like, I go to a church now where I can wear pants if I want to.
I would say no to that.
But hold on. I mean, yeah, because that's a whole nother topic for another day. But just hear me out on the reference point. I feel like it's similar in that, even though I don't feel like you have to wear a dress or a skirt to be able to, walk in holiness and things of that nature. I do think that there are some elements about it that are great for a woman to hold on to and establish, right? Like having that. And I feel like the customer is always right model is the same way. Like, I think in this dispensation of time, most people will immediately say, no, the customer's not always right. But when it was a time where that was the model that a lot of employees thought from,
they used to promote
they treated customers better. So tell me from that perspective now, what's your thought on it?
The technical answer is no, the customer is not always right.
Okay, yes, technically no. I agree.
I do think there, as a business, that you should always try your best to make your customer happy, because if you're not striving to make your customer happy, then you'll lose customers. I mean, the purpose is to cater to the customer, because you want more customers to come back. So if you have a customer that is, you can see, not in the best of mood, then I was like, well, maybe you should give them something. Maybe you should help them or to brighten up their day or say something. Not feed into if you talk to me that way, then I'm gonna pop back. Yeah, matching energy. That's rough. Yeah. That I'm saying. So I'm just a believer in maybe if I just leave this conversation alone because you feeling a certain type of way, maybe you won't harp on it and you won't get me to go left. So it's better that I walk away. Than to address it.
So is it safe to assume that you feel like I'm always wrong because I want to address it?
No, because I think that
I feel like your answer is too fast. Like, how do you already know?
No, because I think that certain people view things certain ways. So
just because I view it differently, it's okay for me to address it, but not okay for you?
Yeah, because in your view, you see it as a teachable moment for somebody. So
I didn't say that. Yeah,
no, I know you.
I didn't say that.
I know you. So I know you want to. It's better for you to teach them.
You're only saying that because I told you that day. See, I told you don't say the stuff I'm going to say.
No, but that's what I know about you.
Whatever.
You are always trying to teach somebody a moment. Why? Because you've been at a position where you know that customer service is very important. And so it's very important on your high priority when it comes to customer service.
It is.
It's not that important to me.
Really?
No, it's just like.
Are you serious? Wait, no. Tell me if you agree with that. Like, is good customer service important to you? Like, to me, that's insanity. Like, bad customer service, I will never go into your establishment again, depending on how well or how bad you treat me. Like, serious. And I feel like it should be. I feel like it should be that way. And yes, I'm not saying this to convince you to go and have a problem with everybody. But I will say that you are 100% accurate. Yes, a lot of times, especially today, I can't say back in the day. Because in my unregenerated side, like that Peter chop your ear off, that's coming out first. Like, you just not finna mistreat me. It's just not finna happen. If you only had the right tone, I'm finna check it. We checking that at the door.
But
mainly also, because you getting paid. I'm not getting paid to be here. So that brings another question for you. Ask that one. Don't lose it. But it brings another question. Who do you think is more important, the employee or the customer?
The customer.
Why?
Because the customers who bring revenue to the company. Without the customer, the business is nothing.
So if the customer is more important, that means you got the upper hand. So why are you okay with the employee treating you any kind of way?
Well, that's kind of the point I was gonna make. It depends on the business.
Okay, what's the business that it affects you in?
So if it's Popeyes have the worst customer service.
You ain't supposed to say that. They can sue us.
Well, I don't know. Whatever. Edit that out, please. But
don't edit that.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever.
Popeyes got the worst. No.
Yeah, I mean, they don't. They
Popeyes just don't care. They ain't got.
And if they don't have chicken, what they gonna say? We ain't got no more chicken.
Ain't no more chicken.
We ain't got no more chicken.
They ain't got no more thighs.
Yeah, so they could be very. When you go in there, it's a certain type of experience that you go have, but you don't care because you like they chicken. You like they red beans and rice. You like that strawberry soda.
Strawberry.
You love that.
It's that Cajun
So now you bring your standard down, but in some cases, that won't even be good enough for my wife because she was still because her.
I feel like you're talking about like calm down.
Your level is
relax.
No, because your level is so. I expect greatness out of customer service.
I just think okay. But I've gotten better. Can you at least tell the people I've gotten better?
Yeah,
like you still talking about me like I'm just the same I used to be.
No, but I said you do it from a place of
that don't mean I'm doing it better. I need you to say you've gotten better though.
You've gotten better.
Do you not? Are you lying?
No,
don't lie.
You've gotten better.
I mean, I feel like I have. Like y'all
you don't have moments?
I've had, okay. But first of all, there is no condemnation for those that are in Christ Jesus. I repented. I asked the Lord to forgive me. So you don't get to hold on to my past moments. The Lord has freed me.
What about when you made them walk out of Chicken Express?
Who? That was a long time. That I stand by that. So, and let me give y'all the situation.
Okay,
because I handled that, but I still handled that pleasantly.
Okay.
What I'm thinking you calling out that I'm messing up on is when I'm not pleasant.
Okay.
And I do agree with you because I can make anybody cringe when I'm not pleasant. But in that moment, I was joyful. It was a Sunday. Our kids were younger. We walked into Chicken Express. The young man didn't say a word.
There.
You were there, weren't you? Yeah, I thought you were there. Anyways, we walked into the Chicken Express. The young man didn't say anything to us. And I was like, I just addressed it. I said, you're not going to say hey to us? He was a young guy, teenager. And I was like, you're not going to say hey to us? We coming here to get this. He's like, oh, yes. No. He said something mumbling. I was like, okay, we're going to give you an opportunity to do it again. And I took my whole family. We went right back out the door. No, it was not many. I think it was maybe one person in there as a customer. We went right back out the door. And we came back in. And he was like, hey, how y'all doing today? Immediately fixed it. So I do. I'm
going to say that somebody else brought that up to my remembrance. So that's why I brought that up.
But you didn't remember it? Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah, and that stuck with them. I mean, now I will say I had to, I still have to be cognizant of, especially with Jace, because Jace is not like our other two. Our other two would just watch and endure. Jace will be like, Mama, what's wrong with you?
All right, he'll call. Well, he will call me out immediately. He's not gonna call you out, but he gonna start asking questions.
Like, baby, when I tell you, the Lord is gonna get me together through son. What? Like, why are you yelling? He will come in the middle of the disagreement because he don't understand what's going on. But the other two, they would just watch. However, I will say that I have gotten better in that I try not to. Now, there are some situations, customer service situations, where people are just truly out of order. I mean, we just have to admit.
I agree with
okay,
that.
like,
yes.
sheesh, y'all, I can't win with this one. Okay, but they are just truly out of order. But I do agree that even in the moments that others are out of order, that shouldn't mean that we are matching their energy. And sometimes for me, it's my temperament. And I think that's one of the things that I said. Temperaments, I think in a discussion like this, you almost can't even have this conversation without addressing temperaments. And my dominant, unregenerated side temperament is Peter. Remember, Peter got rebuked because Peter's first response is, bloop, I'm going to chop that ear off. And Jesus had to rebuke him for it.
Okay, question.
Yeah.
So, this is your time to give me
now
feedback.
It's my time. Give you feedback. Lord.
So how do you feel
frustrated
about my reaction?
Frustrated.
let me finish the question.
Oh, go ahead.
How do you feel how my reaction to when you are trying to convey something in the customer service realm? How is my reaction to you?
So I'm gonna give this to you like real, raw, uncut, but I'm gonna still honor my husband because that's very important to do. I'm always honor you. But I do want to say it. I'm going to say it and frame it like this. If we were dating and not married, if every time we experienced something you responded that way, I would not want to stay with you.
That would be considered weak to you.
Because to me, that is considered weak. It was considered weak. Now, because I understand Holy Spirit, and I understand fruits of the Spirit, and I understand self-control, and I understand meekness, I understand that your way is the way. It is the better way to respond to things. Now, I mean as far as when you actually address it, I don't think that not addressing it is the answer. I just think that there is a way to address it. See, I think the difference in our methods, because honestly, a lot of the areas where I have become better at it is because of you. I know that the Holy Spirit strategically places you next to me, even if you say no, not one single word. Like just your presence is the reminder that, okay, no, that you got to still walk in gentleness. You still got to look for the fruits of the Spirit of love, joy, peace, gentleness, meekness, self-control, all of those. Like you are the literal, tangible reminder of that because your response is always that way. However, I will say where we will clash is when it is a situation that I feel like does still need to be addressed. I shared with you that a lot of times my reason for responding, it comes from a burden to teach. I want people to get better.
Right.
I just don't want you to continue to think that this behavior is good behavior that is going to bring about quality work out of you or quality relationships in the customers that are coming in here. So it's really low-key free soft skill training from somebody.
But you know what? And I agree. I actually agree with when you do things like that. You know what my only hesitation is? I don't think they listen. That's the only thing.
Always think that.
Because I think you actually give people great things when you are talking to them. But I think they hear it from a different place when you telling it to them. I think they go.
Well, I think it depends on how I present it to them.
That could be
when I don't say it in a way that is beneficial, yes. But everything that has to be, listen, even at working in corporate America, they went through a training class with me for 6 weeks, but then they went out into on-the-job training for 4 to 6 weeks after that. What's my point in saying that? My point in saying that is just because somebody comes in here and teaches you something doesn't mean that it doesn't need to be reinforced and held accountable. So yes, you're right. I'm giving them information. Some of them may take it, some of them may not. But if there's nobody that's holding them accountable to it, to say, hey, this is a behavior that, yes, I'm going to monitor and you do need to change. This is the reason why I believe that some things do need to be escalated. Some things do require managers getting involved. Other people of sometimes it may require that you have to call corporate when you leave from there. I believe that sometimes that's warranted because of that very reason, because maybe this exchange that I just had with you as the employee, maybe you're demonstrating to me that you're not receiving what I'm saying. So you know what? Let me get somebody that can properly train you. And if they see that you're not willing to do it, because it's going, remember what you said, who's more, I mean, like, who holds the higher, you say the customer, right? So if that's truly the case,
say? You didn't answer it.
I think the customer, for me, in my mind, I feel like the customer absolutely is a greater intricate piece of a business model, absolutely, because without customers, then your business not gonna stay open. And so if you are supposed, especially if you're supposed to be kingdom minded, but to that point, Romans 12:18, as much as it depends on you, live at peace with everyone. We are to try to live at peace. And so, our temperaments are very different. We will handle situations very differently. And where I have tried to redirect it in my approach is making sure, trying to be mindful, because even in a situation where the dude was cutting my meat and he was just kind of rude, I did ask him, like, hey, are you okay? Because it could very well be that I'm just making some assumptions. I don't know the guy, but I just felt like there was a lack of soft skill. There was a lack of pleasantry. There was a lack of being open to being kind to a new stranger that is a customer that's coming in here that could be a repeat customer or could choose to never come back here again because their experience with you was so bad. With any customer service situation, no, the customer is not always right, but no, the employee is not always right either. Yeah. And I think if you don't do anything else, as much as it depends on you, live in peace. That's Romans 12:18. But when it's time to address it, there is a way. What the fruits of the Spirit teaches us is that there is a way to communicate everything. That meekness that you walk in, that self-control that you walk in, meaning that we're not going to be belligerent and talking crazy to people. We're going to do it in love. We're going to season our words with salt in hopes that potentially you could even gain a brother.
That's the balance part.
And that's
so
the
not
balance.
Being afraid to talk, but doing it the right way.
Amen. So I'm done. I don't have nothing else. Jada said that we need to talk. I'm sorry, not Jada. Remember, she's unnamed.
Oh my God.
Our camera crew. She can bleep that out.
Dog.
Our camera crew said that we just need to have conversation. I've enjoyed the conversation. If y'all enjoyed it, make sure that you like.
You didn't give me a kiss last video.
Give us an after my exposure. I'm not sure that you're gonna get one this video either. Like, follow, share, subscribe. Make sure you click that notification bell so that you can see every time Living La Vida Leonard drops a new video. And we will catch y'all on the back hand side. All right, we'll see y'all.
No.